This is how you can make $700 trading this week. Alright, so we got NZD cap. This is my number one. Nothing else looks good. We're focusing on this pair. First thing I want to do is start on the daily time frame so I can identify the trend of the market, just understanding which direction we're heading. Daily time frame, I grabbed my tool and I was marking off structure. As I was marking off structure, you can see how we were bearish within the market. Price gave me a break of structure of these lower highs, switching to this uptrend. And as price was continuing in this uptrend market, you can see how price established the next break of structure. Price then had that switch back towards a bearish trend due to the breakout of these higher lows. On top of this switch of structure happening, you can see how price formed a beautiful double top and a neckline, and price is now establishing that clean break. Like we all know, when price forms a beautiful double top scenario, we wait for the break of that neckline, which is now being established, and after price gives us the break, we then just wait for the pullback before we look for entries to continue back towards the downside. And if I just drag this over here, you can see how that same thing is happening now. The only thing we have to do is wait for the daily time frame to form that retracement back into this recent break of structure. Once price can do that, that's when I would drop towards the 4-hour time frame. And on the 4-hour time frame, my objective is to identify the trend once more and then find my zones where I'm looking to now take my trade off of. If you don't know how to find your zones, go check out my video I have on YouTube. I'm gonna post it right here. So the only thing you gotta go do is go check that out, and I talk you through how to find your zones. So simple, and the easiest video you will ever watch on how to find key levels in order for you to take your trade. On the 4-hour time frame, you can obviously see how price was originally trending bullish. You can see due to the recent break of these recent higher highs, price had the continuation. We then had the pullback, and we was expecting the second push towards the upside. But as price was pushing towards the upside, you can see the rejection price formed once it reached that recent higher high. Price never gave us the break of structure, therefore this is not a higher low. This is just a area of interest, a pivot point I like to call it, right? Because nothing gave us a break of structure. I only like to call these a higher low once you have the break of structure of that recent higher high. In order to have a higher low, you have to have a break of structure. You can't just have no break of structure and have a higher low. It's impossible. Price formed the rejection. After price formed that rejection, you can see how price then pushed towards the downside, now establishing the break of structure of this recent higher low. Since now we established a break of structure due to the breakout of this recent higher low, we can now see that price was trending bullish. Now price is trending bearish due to the break of structure. So due to that happening, and like we know already, going back towards the daily time frame, as we're still waiting for the daily time frame to form this retracement back towards recent broken structure, we can now anticipate for the 4-hour time frame to work its way back up towards that zone at 81,556. And once price reached this zone, we can see how price established this area of support / resistance. So then once price finds rejection, finds this area of interest, treated as resistance, I would then just wait for price to get back underneath this area of interest before we are looking for our entries. Once price can get back underneath this zone, I would then go towards the 15-minute time frame and wait for the shift of structure. And like you all can see already, and if you cannot see, let's walk through it. You can see how price on the 15-minute time frame is bearish. But in order for price to get back up into this area of interest, we have to see price go from bearish to then bullish. We will then wait for price to form rejection on the higher time frames. This will then allow the 15-minute time frame to have another switch of structure, establishing the breakthrough back underneath this zone to where we are now able to look for entries. Once price establishes that break of structure, going from bullish to bearish, I will then find my entry, looking for that bearish engulfing candlestick, stops just above, and then like you all know, targeting structure, right? That lower low. Anything that gives me a minimum of a 1 to 2, I will take that trade. In this case, we're looking at a 1 or 3, but this is just a mimic, so we don't really know what we will get until price actually presents us with that opportunity. So this is what I am looking for NZD CAD, but truly I don't see this happening until, I'll say, Thursday. We still got to see price have that pullback, and I doubt we'll see a whole candle establish the pullback back towards this area of interest. If it does happen, cool, we thank the Lord, we take that trade, because it then will establish the pullback, establish the rejection, and everything else like we just broke down will be establishing itself. And so now we just wait. I am expecting it to happen come Thursday. If it happens sooner, like you all know, I'm just going to record it and give it to you all. Just show y'all how we capitalize on it. That is how I plan on making $700 trading this week. And y'all can make that too. Use this information. Let me know if it helps. Let me know if it doesn't help. Let me know what I can fix. Let me know what I can add. Pray that you all enjoy. I'm going to catch you guys later. Deuces.